Hey friends, Jenn here from the Oxijen Podcast. It's been a hot minute since I've done a longer form for you. I am so happy to be here. Today, we are talking about why morning routines are so important. Morning routine is basically the first 3 to 5 things that you do in the morning that's habitual. It's like you do it like clockwork. Years ago, I would get up, hit the snooze button, get my coffee, watch TV, go work out, go to work, come home, cook, and repeat. That was my routine. It wasn't until I really started diving into habits and making very small tweaks in my habits that made huge impact. And that's what I want to share with you today. I want to share 5 simple tips that if you implement over the next 30 days, you are going to have massive shifts in your life. And these 5 tips I'm going to share with you take less than 5 minutes a day. Are you ready for this? Grab a pen and paper. You are not going to want to miss what I have to share. Very, very simple tips, huge impact. First, number 1 tip is when the alarm goes off, get out of bed. There's so many reasons why you should get out of bed when the alarm goes off. Number 1, when you get out of bed, that's the very first win, right? The promise was I'm going to get out of bed at this time when the alarm goes off. So you doing that, that's your win, and your brain says, okay, she's really meant to do this. She's on a mission. When you hit the snooze button, you're kind of playing this game with your subconscious. You're saying you wanted to get up at this time, but now you're not. So it's like a broken promise already. So the first thing is a broken promise to yourself and your subconscious if you don't get out of bed. Number 1, when that alarm goes off, get out of bed. It's a win for you, and it's a reminder to your subconscious that you are in control and in charge of the day. The second thing you want to do is drink a big glass of water. Drinking water is really important because we lose a lot of water when we sleep. In fact, if you're studying, like I've been studying the brain a lot. If you've never read it, Jim Quick Limitless is an amazing book. If you can see it here, I got all my sticky notes in it. What I like about it, he is sharing the same tips that I'm sharing. So it's just a reinforcement and a reminder for myself and for everybody else that these are really simple tips that make profound shifts in your life. Drinking water, according to him, the brain is made up about 75% water. So once you're drinking the water first thing in the morning, think about this. You're firing up your brain. You're giving your brain what it needs. Like you're turning it on, you're saturating it with water so it's ready to go. You're well hydrated. When we're well hydrated, just all of our body function better, and we can think better. When you're dehydrated, there's brain fog, you're not feeling good, you're sluggish. And so those 2 things so far, you're turning on the brain, you're getting connected with your subconscious, and then drinking celery juice. I love celery juice. I'm going to caution you though. There are different types of celery. I personally, here in the States, we have a store called Costco. Their organic celery is the sweetest celery. That is the celery that I love to juice with. If you find another brand, please drop it in the comments. I would love to know. Years ago, I made celery with the celery I grew in my garden, and oh my goodness, it was so bitter. It was literally undrinkable. So if you had celery juice and you didn't like it, try it again and just try a different brand of celery. The celery does matter. Just like everything else in life, it does matter. So you're drinking the celery juice that boosts your immune system, and it helps flush out toxins in the liver and restores the adrenal glands, which is another great tip this holiday season. We're going to be around a lot of people, and most people aren't taking care of themselves. Not that they don't mean to, they don't probably even don't realize that they're not taking care of themselves. And when I say not taking care of themselves, it's they're running themselves down, meaning they're overscheduling, over planning, not sleeping, not eating the best things for themselves, forgetting to drink water, let alone exercise. And you see how this all piles up. There's all these things that they're doing, right? They're doing the extra, they're not eating healthy, they're not drinking water, they're not resting, and their body is going to revolt. And it could be revolting in the form of a migraine, throwing up, or dis-ease. That's when people get sick. You want to protect your immune system this holiday season and honestly throughout the year. And you do that by, number one, keeping your promise to yourself. So your subconscious is strong. It knows that you're serious. You get out of bed when that alarm goes off. Feed your mind and body with the water. And then I love this one. The next tip is going to be new for me, and let me know if it's new for you too. Jim, in his book, he talks about one of his habits is brushing his teeth with his non-dominant hand. And why you do that, because you're training your brain first thing in the morning to do the hard stuff, right? You're interrupting your normal pattern. So that's one of the habits that I'm actually going to be adding to my morning routine. Let me know if you're going to be joining me. In fact, join me for the next 30 days. Let's make these habit shifts. Small habits, right? None of this is taking more than 5 minutes so far. You're getting up when the alarm goes off. You're drinking water. Now you're brushing your teeth. It's really all habits you already do, but we're doing it, well, hopefully the water. We're doing it with intention. Brushing the teeth, reminding our mind that we are capable of doing the hard stuff, and we are priming our brain and our body to do the hard stuff. And when we do the hard stuff, it still may be hard, but it's not as uncomfortable, because uncomfortable actually becomes comfortable, as crazy as that sounds. The other thing, taking a moment of gratitude. Now, I'm not sharing my whole morning routine or Jim's whole morning routine because they are lengthy. But here's what I want to share with you. My routine is over years in the making. Let tomorrow be the first day that you start these new routines, so you too can look back in like a year or maybe 2 years or 5 years and look at your morning routine and say, wow, look at all those things that I've shifted and how I feel. I can assure you these shifts, I'm going to say all successful people, all successful, happy people have routines and habits that attribute to that. There are people that just wake up and are amazingly happy. Yes. I definitely was not one of those people years ago. I am one of those people now because I have all these habits that help support me. If I didn't have these habits in place, I would not be as grounded in life and things would bother me a lot. And I can say that because they used to. Having these habits and taking care of ourselves physically, mentally, and emotionally gives us the energy, the support, the foundation to live life and to flow with life instead of bucking up against life. 5 simple habits we're sharing today. Number 1, get up when the alarm goes off. Number 2, drink water. Number 3, celery juice. Try it out. It's amazing. And it helps your immune system. It's so good for you. It flushes out those toxins. And then brushing your teeth with the opposite hand. I am definitely trying that. Here's the last one that I want to share. Again, really simple, is taking a moment of gratitude. And every morning I write down things that I'm grateful for. And a lot of times it's like my seating area. I have this new seating area where I drink my coffee in the morning and I can look out my deck, and we have beautiful sunrises and sunsets where I am. I'm very blessed for that. So a lot of times it's that, or, spending time with my dogs in the woods and what beautiful creatures I see, or, I held my nephew's baby the other day for the first time. It's these magical moments. But what I wasn't doing, I wasn't really bringing it into my heart and my soul until recently when I came back from the Tony Robbins event, one of his events, UPW, last month actually. It's one of the things he does to prime himself. It's like really feeling gratitude. Like I write it down, I feel it, I think about it. But what I've been doing lately is putting my hands on my heart and actually bringing that emotion of how I felt. And a lot of times it was like the first time that I held my puppy, you know, that first, right? Or if you have a baby and it's like, you know, that love when you're looking into that animal or that baby's eyes. And there's just, I'll give like for the example, my nephew's baby girl, holding her for the first time and just this beautiful, precious being is looking at you and that she is pure love and I'm feeling her love and she's feeling my love. That's the type of gratitude feelings that I want you to have. That moment, that memory where you close your eyes and there is so much joy, so much love that it is like in your cells. Isn't that a beautiful way to start your day? Imagine starting your day with that much joy and that much love and that much peace. And you can. And it takes you less than 5 minutes. I know some might be saying, yeah. And because I was one of those people, I'm not going to lie. But when you practice this and you really take it into your life and it becomes a non-negotiable habit, meaning every day you're going to do this because it feels so good. It's like you don't want to miss a day. That's what my morning routines have become for me. I don't want to miss any of them. And to be honest, that is why when I get out of bed in the morning, I cannot wait to start my day. I cannot wait to sit in my favorite seating area. I cannot wait to come into my yoga room and meditate and practice that gratitude. I enjoy my celery juice. I really do. I look forward to it. It is something when we do these things and it brings so much life and gives us so much health and vitality, you're going to want to do these. If you do these 5 things over the next 30 days, I assure you, you are going to have shifts in your life. And here's what I caution. Most people, when they look at something like this, it's like, it's not going to take much time, right? Or it's just a glass of water. What can it do? Or it's just one, I'm brushing my teeth with the opposite hand. Who cares? It's so impactful that I can't stress it enough. These little things that we do, yes, they have the power. They do. They have the power to make those massive shifts in our life. But it can only happen if we have the consistency. It is the simplicity with the consistency that is going to make the change in your life. When we do so many things at one time and we go all in, New Year's is coming up and everyone goes all in on their health. And then what happens? They crash. Their system can't handle that much overload. You make this small change, you implement these 5 simple habits, your life is going to change. And then we add more and we work on something else. And then you start to make these habit hacks in your life and these simple changes and you create your life. How would that feel? Creating a life that you love. If it seems unbelievable, I understand. I never thought that would be the case. I didn't know you could create your life. And then I started doing these habits and I started making shifts and changes and stretching my comfort and doing all the things that I practice and teach and share with you and my habit hacks every day. You make those, you can create your life and you can create it to be anything that you want. You are worthy of a life that you love to live, and don't let anybody tell you differently. My mission is to help you make those shifts in your life to live a healthy and happy life because you are worthy of it. You deserve it. All right, friends, I hope this was helpful. Remember 5 simple hacks. Number 1, get up when the alarm goes off. Number 2, drink water, feed your brain, your body. Number 3, drink a big glass of celery juice and then brush your teeth with the opposite hand. And don't forget to pour that love into your body, into your mind, reminding yourself of a special moment that brought you so much joy, and carry that moment throughout the day. Do it over and over for the next 30 days and drop it in the comments. I'd love to know how and what aha moments you may have had. All right, have a healthy and happy day, and I'll catch you in the next video.